Who Burns for the Perfection of Paper by Martin Espada. A digital poetry analysis by Mariah Huff. Who Burns for the Perfection of Paper by Martin Espada. At 16, I worked after high school hours at a printing plant that manufactured legal pads. Yellow paper stacked 7 feet high and leaning as I slipped cardboard between the pages, then brushed red glue up and down the stack. No gloves. Fingertips required for the perfection of paper. Smoothing the exact rectangle, sluggish by 9 p.m., the hands would slide along suddenly sharp paper and gather slits thinner than the crevices of the skin hidden. Then the glue would sting, hands oozing till both palms burned at the punch clock. 10 years later in law school, I knew that every legal pad was glued with the sting of hidden cuts, that every open law book was a pair of hands upturned and burning. A breakdown. Title significance, how the title introduces themes of labor and sacrifice, vocabulary, key terms that reveal the physical toll and conditions of Espada's work, imagery, vivid details that bring the physical work environment to life, figurative language, language that links the pain of labor with deeper themes of sacrifice, and the overall message, recognition of unseen labor behind ordinary items we take for granted. Significance of the title analysis. Who Burns suggests physical suffering and sacrifice. Symbolism of perfection of paper implies a polished, flawless final product that hides the worker's effort and pain. Connection to the poem's themes. Workers endure pain that goes unnoticed, burns, cuts, stinging glue. Espada's teenage job shows the sacrifices made by those who create things we use without thinking. Vocabulary, key terms and meanings. Punch clock, a device that records work hours, symbolizing the repetitive, scheduled nature of labor. Crevices, small, nearly invisible cuts on his hands, representing the unnoticed toll of physical labor. Sluggish, a sense of exhaustion and slow movement, showing how the work drains workers physically. This all matters because it emphasizes the pain and mental toll on workers, adding depth to the reader's understanding of labor conditions. Imagery. Examples of imagery. Yellow paper stacked 7 feet high paints a picture of the vast, tedious workload. Smoothing the exact rectangle illustrates the repetitive, precise tasks required, showing how labor is demanding and unrecognized. The purpose of imagery draws readers into the setting, helping them visualize the tough physical aspects of the job. Creates empathy by making the labor visible and relatable, stressing the hidden effort behind common items. Figurative language and symbolism. Metaphor and symbolism. Glued with the sting of hidden cuts. Each legal pad carries an invisible mark of pain, symbolizes unseen sacrifices made by regular people and everyday objects. Upturned, burning hands evokes images of laborers whose hands bear the burden of pain for others' benefit. These metaphors link physical labor to deeper themes, illustrating how society often overlooks the pain behind products, with legal pads ironically symbolizing a justice system that may fail to recognize or fairly compensate workers. Overall message. The core message of the poem is that everyday objects such as legal pads are created through hidden labor and sacrifice, often overlooked by society. This prompts readers to reflect on their own consumption and consider the human cost behind the items they use daily. Espada's reflections reveal that even the law, which relies on such products, is rooted in the labor and sacrifices of unseen workers. Conclusion. In conclusion, Espada uses vivid imagery and metaphors to showcase the hidden sacrifices behind everyday items, drawing attention to the unseen labor that makes them possible. His poem encourages readers to reflect on the human cost of simple tasks and reminds us to value the invisible work that supports our daily lives. Thank you.